My name is Adam Lee. I am president of Lee Auto Malls. Our company was started in Lewiston, Maine in 1936 by my grandfather. I do want to point out my father is standing behind me. Since then, we have grown from one location with around 3 employees to 12 locations with 300 employees. As a dedicated Mainer and a local businessman, I'm concerned with the taxes and the health of our state's economy. I want to pay lower taxes. I want our car dealerships to pay lower taxes, and I'm guessing every one of you wants to pay lower taxes. But I also want our schools to be funded and our basic services like police and fire departments to be funded, and more importantly, I want our elected officials to have the ability to do their jobs. TABOR 2 puts in place an expensive process where we try and micromanage our state's representatives. TABOR 2 removes budgeting decisions and budgeting tools from the hands of our state and local elected officials. Under TABOR 2, the legislature would need to vote on a tax issue and then put the same issue out to referendum. And while I'm in favor of Mainers having the ability to have people's referendums, I don't believe it's sound government to have every substantial tax decision be decided by this process. We elect representatives for a reason. We need to allow them to do their jobs. If we don't like the job they're doing, we should tell them to do the job differently or vote them out. We don't have to change the way our state functions. Requiring a referendum to set fiscal policy is a cumbersome, costly, bureaucratic way to govern. I have not even addressed the fact that TABOR 2 is based on bad assumptions. It uses simplistic formulas. It uses population growth to help determine taxes, which on the surface makes sense, but it ignores the details. Our population is getting older. An older population requires different services than a younger population. It pays no attention to things like this. It also uses 2010 as a baseline year. Well, 2009 was a tough year for everyone. It was a terrible year for taxes, and everyone anticipates 2010 will be similar. So we're going to base our future taxing and spending levels on what could be one of the worst years in Maine's recent history. Maine's Office of Fiscal Program Review estimates that this year's budget is roughly 20% less than what we need. I don't know about you, but locking in a budget that's already 20% too low does not seem very smart to me. This will weaken our state's infrastructure, this will weaken our education system, and it will make Maine even more challenging for businesses. And I can tell you now, TABOR 2 is not good for Maine, and TABOR 2 is not good for its businesses. Don't let this pass. Thank you.